Okay, so my name is Brandon Freestad. I'll spell that. It's Brandon Freistat. I am the Emergency Management Coordinator for Fairview Township in Northern York County, Pennsylvania. At 10:16 this morning, the fire department was dispatched to 506 Industrial Drive at the Crosswater Distillery for a reported structure fire. Units arrived on scene and found some smoke coming from one of the garage buildings here. Once they gained entry inside, they found a total of 3 patients that were transported with moderate to minor injuries. In addition, they found a small amount of smoke coming from one of the distiller units inside. At this time, there is no public health risk. The York County Hazmat team is on location and assisting the Fairview Township Fire Department and mutual aid companies with mitigation, as well as the facility, who is cooperating with everything that we need. They've also made contact with an environmental cleanup company, who is also en route to assist with further mitigation. The substance that was inside is a 75% vinegar acidic base material. It's a liquid. Again, there is no public health risk at this time. Everything is contained inside of the building, and we are working on with the facility and with the York County Hazmat team to further do any mitigation. Does anybody have any immediate questions about the response?
Is the vinegar or the solution out of those distillery?
It was out of the container itself, and some of it got down onto the floor. There is an odor that is inside that we have fans that are going to ventilate the inside, as well as the hazmat team that is going in there right now to work on figuring out what else needs to be done inside the building itself.
And how did it get out of that?
From what we understand, it's an equipment malfunction. The extent of that equipment malfunction at this point is unknown. We're still working with the facility to try and figure out what happened prior to the actual incident where they called 911.
And is that malfunction how they had that flash that happened?
As far as we know, there was not a flash. There was just some type of release of what was inside of the container itself into the building.
And what caused the smoke then?
The smoke was basically just a vapor coming off of, because this distillery runs at a high temperature, and because that high temperature, it can off-gas a little bit, but nothing was released from the building itself. It's all been contained inside.
So it wasn't actually fire?
Correct. There was no fire. There is no damage to any other part of the building except for the actual distiller machine or still itself inside. There's no fire damage inside the building at all.
And about how much solution is still on the ground?
I do not know at that point.
Okay. And Hazmat's going to be here monitoring?
Yep. Hazmat's here monitoring. They're monitoring the air quality. They're monitoring outside and inside. They also have technicians inside right now working on figuring out how much is spilled, how much needs to be cleaned up, how they're going to clean that up, and they're going to work with the contractor and the facility itself, who is responsible for the cleanup itself.
And the solution that's spilled, is that a fire risk?
It is listed as a corrosive material. It's an acidic base material, but it is a liquid.
You said there's no public health risk, but I see a lot of homes that are just over the way there.
Mm-hmm.
No one's being asked to evacuate
Correct.
at this time?
There's no evacuations. There is no vapor cloud that's in the air. Everything was contained inside of the building, and anything that comes outside of the building at this point is diluted enough that there's no risk to anybody in the area. No evacuations.
And I just want to 100% get this right.
Mm-hmm.
So it was a call for a fire, but there
Correct.
was no fire at all?
Yes. So the way that York County works is when you call 911 to report an incident, they have a specific number of incident types that they can select. And the incident type that they selected was there was a reported explosion, therefore the closest incident type is a structure fire response. So we were dispatched for a structure fire. We got here, there was no fire. It was just the vapor that was coming off of the still itself. Anybody else with any questions?
Any injuries or anything like that?
There was 3 total injuries, with moderate to minor injuries that were all transported to local hospitals.
And then you said when you got here there was like smoke, right?
There was a little bit of smoke coming out of the building itself, which was basically just the vapor coming off of the still. And once we opened up all the doors and started using some fans to move some air, all of that dissipated. We've also diluted all the solution that we could to try and get it mixed with more water so that it's even less of a risk. Anybody else? Okay.